I'm Jeanette from Growth Unlimited, and today I'd like to talk with you about what I am doing in my own personal development. This particular video is about some things I've been thinking about what kind of example am I. You know, in my life, I find that there are lots of opportunities where I have people look up to me and want to model their lives or portions of their lives after things that I do. And I hold this responsibility very, very, very strongly. It is something that's very important to me that I present this right kind of personality and way of doing things in life that provides the kind of example that would be beneficial to other people. And so today we're going to talk a little bit about some of the things that I do to be a good example. You know, being a good example is based a lot on who you are as a person and the presentation that you give to other people. If you don't have a good identity, a self-identity, if you don't know who you are and what you stand for, it's very difficult to present the kind of experience to other people that you want to present when you're trying to be a good example. And so I think the very first and most important thing is to know yourself. And that involves knowing my values, knowing what I stand for, and then demonstrating that I do follow through on those things. For example, a value that's very important to me is honesty. And I try very, very hard to maintain a high level of honesty with people. I want people to know exactly what they can expect from me and that I'm always going to tell them the truth. And sometimes, as I've said in earlier videos, that can be difficult because sometimes the truth is not always pleasant. But one of the things that I know really, really bugs me is when somebody says something that is the most expedient but not true. And if I know I personally, even though it might hurt, if I'm doing something that is offensive to somebody else, or I'm doing something that is wrong, I want to know about it. Because that way, if I choose to, I can change it. If I have offended someone and I don't know what it was that I did to offend them, it's very difficult to repair the damage. And we all have problems where because we are all individual people with individual needs and wants, there are going to be times that we do offend someone else. And so it is important that we know who we are and know what we stand for, and that we reflect that in our lifestyle. That shows that you are a good example. Okay, the next thing that I do is I work very, very hard to listen to other people. One of the struggles I've had through my life is I get very passionate and I want to share my feelings and my beliefs with other people. And sometimes that kind of gets a life of its own, and it ends up being a little bit difficult for me because I want to influence these people the way I want them to be influenced. And that's just not appropriate. That's not acceptable. And that's not possible because ultimately each person has the power to make their own decisions. And so trying to control someone else or trying to influence someone else inappropriately is never the right thing to do. And if I do engage in that kind of behavior, I find quickly I have to back away from it, apologize, and move on in the right frame of mind, because that's the last thing that I want to do. Okay, the next thing I want to do is I want to be reliable. I want people to know that if I tell them I will do something, that I do it. And so I work very, very hard to make sure that, one, I don't say that I'm going to do things that I then don't do. But if I run into situations where I am having difficulty and I'm not going to be able to do it, I don't just let it slide and not let anybody know what's going on. I let them know what is happening, apologize for any inconvenience, try to resolve the situation with them so that it can lessen the inconvenience in the time being, and then also figure out with them what I can do to repair any damage that I may have caused. But I let people know. I'm honest, I face what's going on, and I treat people the way I want to be treated, and I think that one is the most important thing. If you can do these things, then you're going to be a good example to the people around you. People are going to gravitate to you, they're going to like you, they're going to care about you. And the things that you would like to have from other people that oftentimes encourage you to make the wrong decision about the behaviors that you use can actually be yours more quickly and more effectively if you are a good example. So, I'd like to hear from you. What do you do to show that you are a good example? And share it with me. Let me know in the section below. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe and click on the bell so that you'll get notification of additional videos that I put out. Also, if you're looking for ways to learn how to take control of your life, please visit us at growthunlimited.org. That's www.growthunlimited.org. We have lots of ideas to help you create the kind of plan that will help you achieve what you want to do. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Have a wonderful day. Bye now.